Hey guys, Geno V here, talking about things I like to talk about. All right, so today's topic of conversation, lads, is the fact that while you think you want a raise, you don't actually want a raise. Geno, what do you mean by that? I'm glad you asked. Look, dude, you think you want a raise because you think it's the answer to all your problems. Oh, if I just had an extra 5 to 10 grand a year, all my problems would go away. That's a lie. That's not true. Not only are you probably more likely to spend the money that comes in, the extra one, instead of investing it or making something meaningful with that change. But even if you got that extra 5 or 10 grand, wow, 15% raise off of like 75K or 80K, that would mean so much to me. No, it wouldn't, man. It's manageable and a marked improvement. But what you actually want is not a raise. What you actually want is to achieve financial independence. Don't get your eye off the target here. Don't settle for just a little 15% raise. Like, well, I made another 10K every year. Now I can put it on cruise control for the next decade. Don't do it. That's not what you want. You want to be financially free. At least I think you do. If you're on this channel, I would hope so, because that's all I talk about. If you don't want that, this ain't for you. The point here being, you think you want a raise. You think you need that extra 10, 15K. You think it's going to solve all your problems. If only I could become engineer 2 instead of engineer 1. Or if only I could become project manager 2. If only I could land that engineering job instead of a technician job. I'm not saying don't chase those things. Don't prioritize improving your career. But what I'm saying is don't place such value on that. You think that that's all that you want, but it really isn't. You want the options and the freedom that comes with financial independence. Yes, your career path and promotions can be a way to get that, but the 5 to 10 grand does not solve your problems. If you take 5 or 10 grand every year and invest it, that starts to make a big dent. And that's a good step forward. But even that doesn't really solve your problem if you want to be financially free within the next 2 decades. That works if you're cool to chill for like 30, 40 years and then you retire with like 3 million. Great. Maybe you retire with like 2. By then, inflation's going to have wrecked the heck out of your investment profile. I'm not saying don't work hard. I'm not saying don't work to get promoted. What I am saying is you are what you pay attention to. The value of your attention varies in direct proportion to what you're paying attention to. Please pay attention to being financially independent, to being financially free. That's what you should look forward to. That's what you should research. That's what you should value. That's what you should be working towards, not the 5 to 10 grand. That alone is not going to solve any of your problems, because if you don't fix your financial habits, you're just going to spend it and you're going to be making less, if not the same amount as before. Sometimes you're more incentivized to take out a bigger loan on a car. Then you're actually negative, accumulating less wealth than before you got that promotion. Called the Hedonistic Treadmill. Don't get on it. Don't look for that. Value financial independence. Don't value the money that's going to come in. Okay? Because we got to find you guys ways to earn 2, 3 times as much as you're earning now. Not 10%, 15% bump and then cruise for 5 to 10 years. That's not what we're trying to do. If you guys are earning anything less than 50K, 60K, we need to find ways to get you up to like 150. Start a business, do a side hustle, find some other way to grow it. If you invest that 10, 15K over a long enough period of time, that itself will generate the revenue you're looking for. If you're cool with waiting decades, by all means, please hop on that ship. Me, I'm too impatient for that. It's a good first step, but it's not the end. Don't get complacent the second you get a promotion. Look at my little bigger desk. I get a nice window here in my office and I have my own office now. So that's cool. I'm not on the cube farm anymore. So I guess I'll give them another decade of my life. What? Dude, so easily bought that you get a slightly nicer cell to live in for 8 hours of the day, 9 hours of the day, 10 hours of the day, because now that you got a promotion, they expect more time put in. Dude, don't do it. You don't want the promotion. You want financial independence. Remember, you don't want the title. You want the freedom. You want 5 times as much income, right? It's so much easier to earn more money than it is to cut down on the last dollars of expenses. Don't waste money on stupid shit. But after that, when your expenses are like 20 to 30K a year, there's only so much lower you can go. You still need to eat. You still need to get to places. You still need to see your friends. And if you have a significant other or kids, God knows you need to pay for all that stuff too. Right? So remember, guys, the next pay bump, the next promotion, That's not what you're looking for. That's not what you should be valuing. You want financial independence. Aim for the big target. Get the small wins along the way, but aim for the big target. Don't waste your time chasing small fries. Geno out.